Hello, my love. I am batch recording some podcasts, let me tell you. So I've got a nice, warm cup of honey because my throat, I don't know how teachers do it, but my throat is just having a moment. But I want to tell you about 10K months in your online business. I have a list so that I stay on track, and I want you to grab a pen and paper if you are just chilling around the house at home at your desk. But if not, if you're walking or whatnot, then I want you to start thinking about these things, because these are the things that I did to make consistent minimum 10K months. Obviously you've made above that, not just 10K. But I want to tell you the things that I've done in my coaching business for 10K months. Let's jump into it. So the first thing that I want you to think about is the belief. Now, don't turn me off. Don't be like, it's too woo-woo, I'm going to turn it off. Where's the strategy? I'm going to give you the strategy. But the first thing you need is the belief, the wholehearted belief that you can make 10K months. Not just you as in anyone, but you specifically. Because it's one thing to think, oh, she can make 10K months. The girl next door can, my competitor can, and not actually believe that you can, versus you believing that you can make 10K months and well above. This applies for 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, but we're just starting at 10K. The belief that you can is the first thing. So what I like to do for this is I want you to really feel into what it would feel like to make that 10K month. So close your eyes, unless you're walking or driving. I don't want you to run into a pothole or a pole. But if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to think that you've just checked your Stripe account, your bank balance, your whatever. And it says that you've made 10K for the month, and it's not even the end of the month yet. Imagine it. Actually imagine it. How does it feel in your body? How does it feel? Throw out some words for me. Exciting, lifted, relieved. If lifted is an emotion, we'll run with it. Happy, over the moon, buzzing, amped. What is that feeling in your heart, in your chest, in your body? Feel into your body. It's this relief, this ease, this flow, and you haven't worked more. You haven't had to jump on 400 one-to-one calls. You've been able to do it seamlessly, effortlessly, doing it in a way that you love, with clients that you love, building a brand that you love. Now that feeling, I want you to wake up every day and put yourself in that feeling. Because if you're constantly focused on, oh my gosh, I'm not making money. Oh my gosh, I'm not making 10K. Where's the next client going to come? Is the next client going to come? Where's the next client going to come from? Why is no one buying? Nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. I suck. Sales aren't here. Money's hard to make. Oh, I don't even like saying that out loud, right? All of those kinds of things, that focus, you're only calling more of that in, because your brain is then going to look for evidence to where that's true, and then you're going to behave in a way that supports that. So if your thought is, no one's buying, you're going to look for where no one's buying. If you're no one cares, and you go to post some content and you get 2 likes, you're going to support and reinforce that thought, no one cares. And then you're constantly just moving around your life, very unconsciously going, yep, collecting that evidence. Thank you. Put it in the little folder in the back of my brain. Thank you. Oh, there's more evidence to where I suck. Yep, perfect. Where else? Yep, there's more evidence to where no one's going to buy from me this month. Imagine if you flip that on its head. Right? It's actually changing the focus and the feeling first, then we apply the strategy. So that's one part in terms of the belief, and I can give you so many other things to play with in terms of the belief aspect. If you want to come and jump into one-to-one, or the mini mind as well, we can play around with it in there too. So that's the first thing in terms of belief. The second thing is dream client, right? You want to be able to speak to one single person. So I want you to think, who is it that you're serving in terms of the label? So I serve online service providers, online business owners, online coaches, people selling digital stuff, right? That's my main clientele. Now, obviously, different people can come in to other bits and pieces behind the scenes, but that's like the crux of it. That's the juice, right? So that's the label. So I want you to think, is it mums? Is it graphic designers? Is it people who are quitting their 9-to-5, or people who have a 9-to-5 and are starting a side hustle? Is it people in finance? Like, think about who it is in terms of the label. Now I want you to get even more specific, not just like mums, but is it mums who have lost themselves in motherhood? Is it people starting a side hustle in the online space, right? It's like dig a little bit deeper into the label of them. Now you have the label, that's like the foundation of the dream client, I guess. That's like the first step. Then I want you to dive into the characteristics, the identity, the beliefs that they hold. And the more specific you can get, the easier everything else is going to be. Everything stems off this in terms of offer suite, your content and messaging, your brand, everything stems off that dream client. So make sure that you spend a lot of time in the space of dream client. I have dream clients on tap, which you can grab, which shows you exactly how to do it, maps it out from A to B, and just shows you absolutely everything in terms of knowing who they are and then how to actually speak to them very strategically. You get my copywriting Bible, which is my baby. I use it for every offer that I create, my general dream client as well, and it just makes everything so much easier. So that's the second part in terms of dream client. The next thing for 10K months in your online business is messaging. Now, kind of similar to dream client, I want you to think of a few things when it comes to messaging. One thing is that transformation that you offer, as in your clients over here at A, they want to be at B if you're watching the video, and you are the thing that gets them from A to B, right? You are that vehicle. So when we're thinking about messaging, first part of messaging is looking at that transformation and how you actually get your clients from A to B, knowing that that is the thing that people are going to buy into. Very, very important, because otherwise, like, why buy into you when they can go to the other 50 people who sell the same thing as you? So first part is that vehicle that we want to think about. The second part of kind of stemming off this is I want you to think of your brand lens, essence, pillars, so that you are standing out from the crowd as well. So because we've got the belief and then we know who our dream client is, then when we are speaking to that transformation and speaking to the particular vehicle, bringing in our brand pillars, our brand lens, the way in which we are getting them from A to B, that's when you stand out online. But if you're just trying to sell a thing that a lot of other people are selling to anyone, of course, there's not going to be as much of a hive and excitement around people buying. So this is where dialed in messaging and dream client is really, really important and so juicy, so juicy. But again, we can play with this in the mini mind as well. So the next part of it is selling. Of course, this is going to be the biggest thing in terms of 10K months, obviously. When we are thinking about selling, what I like to think about is especially at the start of business, in a building phase of business, trying to create clarity or momentum in business, I like running with just choosing 1 to 3 maybe offers. Because if you're throwing out a different offer every single day of the month to people kind of go, wait, like, where do I go? What do I need to buy? What do I need? And then they're just like, I'm just going to go somewhere else, or they're just going to scroll past. So I like to think 1 to 3 offers. Now, the reason I say more than one is in case you have things that people could jump into that are perfect for certain people. So you could play this in, you might have a 1-to-1 offer, you might have a low ticket offer, and you might have a signature course. So you can play with all 3, but the cool thing is that you can play with them behind the scenes as well. So for example, I could sell 1-to-1 or a mini mind or a mastermind to my email list. Then on socials, I could be moving them to my signature course for half of the month and then moving them to the membership for the other half. So you kind of get to play with all of the different places that you sell in terms of email list, Instagram, TikTok, podcast, Facebook, groups, freebies. Like there's so many different areas you can sell. So it's really cool that you can play with all of them in terms of what offers you're selling, keeping in mind you want to make it so clear on what offers are for who. Because if you're like, here's 20 offers for all of you, for anyone, that's when clients are like, WTF, where do I go? But if you're like, here's one offer for this particular person, that's really strong. But then if you have multiple offers that could help different people, that's why I say 1 to 3. For example, at the moment, I'm selling 1-to-1. I've got the low ticket offer that's about to launch, and I've got the mini mind that I just launched. So I get to speak to all 3 this month. The next month, we have something new coming, or not new, oldie but a newie but a goodie coming, which is really exciting. And so that'll be my main focus for the end of the month, moving into next month. But I'm not like, hey, I've got 3 or 4 freebies, I've got 3 or 4 low ticket, I've got a signature course, I've got a membership, I've got multiple 1-to-1 offers, I'm currently launching a mini mind, and there's a new offer coming mid-May. Can you imagine if I was constantly throwing all of that out all the time? I think there's a season in business that gets to exist, but I think 0 to 10K months is not the season for that. I think once you're more established, it's like you can just keep throwing out stuff because you've built the business and the brand. So selling, 1 to 3 offers, making sure that it's so crystal clear on how people can buy from you. So crystal clear. Make sure that you're selling every damn day through every which way. Oh my gosh, put that on a t-shirt. Sell every damn day through every which way. That's the best. That is the best. And that is literally the thing that makes such a difference. And like I said, there's 100 different ways that you can sell through all the different platforms, and then 100 different techniques of selling across all the different platforms. So just have fun with it and make sure that you're selling a hell of a lot. The next thing is we want to look at cohesive content. So what I mean by this is similar to the offers, you don't want to just be throwing out random brain dumps all the time. Like I see this happen a lot where coaches or online service providers are just thinking about, okay, what's on my mind today, and I'm just going to drop that. And again, I think there's a season for business to do that. I think once you're more established, I think that within a strategy for content can exist, but I think that on its own, it's not actually showing your client how you can help them, and that's why there's a lack of sales. It's because when the client lands on your page, they see some random brain dumps about what you're thinking and believing, which is perfect. That gets to exist. But all they do is go, yeah, same, I agree with that. Or they might go or they might go, yeah, girl, same, yeah, go queen. And that's it. Because all you're really doing is saying statements. You're not actually showing them how you can get them from where they are now at their problem to their desired outcome through your content, so that then the most obvious answer is your offer. If they can't see that, and all it is kind of statements or quotes or brain dumps of random stuff, of course there's going to be a lack of sales. So it's really, what I do is I think about, okay, what offers am I currently selling this month or at the moment? So then I think of those offers. Then I think, okay, how can I create content through authority content, activation content, connection content, storytelling content? How can I create it through those pillars for those offers so that it leads into those offers? So if I am launching a masterclass about low ticket offers, which is coming mid-May, which is very exciting. If I'm launching that mid-May, I'm going to be sprinkling in content quite strongly leading up to the launch about online offers, right? About launching, about selling, about online offers, about 10K months, right? I'm going to be talking about that because that's what I'm about to sell. That's the offer. But can you imagine if from the start of May to mid-May, when I launched that online offer about online offers, if all I was talking about was ego and projections and I don't know, something random, right? If I was talking about like growing your podcast or growing your email list, while that can help my clients and can be relevant and can exist, if I then go to drop the offer, it's not an obvious no-brainer answer. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what I mean by cohesive content. It's cohesive in the way of it's leading to the offers themselves or the freebies themselves, the opt-ins themselves, and it's really bringing problem awareness for your clients, and it's filtering through different types of content: authority, activation, connection types of content. Because what I see happen a lot is the random brain dumping, and then people drop an offer and then they're like, no one's buying, no one's jumping into the offer. Look at your content. Cohesive content. Even if it's cohesive in terms of your brand pillars, like the types of pillars that you have for your brand. So for example, mine would be like scaling to multi-six figures. It'd be like making sales in your sleep online offers. It would be like mindset and courage and emotional intelligence, like doing it through those lenses. It's desire marketing, it's content creation, social sales. It's through those lenses. So that's what I'm talking about, but I'm not over here randomly talking about like relationships for a week in my content. Doesn't make sense. I'm not talking about like motherhood and what I think about it. Doesn't make sense. All right, the next one of my favorites is sleep and movement. So underrated. Go get good sleep and go move your booty, girlfriend, because this is the thing that makes such a difference to the first thing that I said, which was belief. Because when you are moving the energy around your body, you are moving the emotions around your body, you are actually like a little mechanism, a little robot who's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not manufacturing. What's the word? Like, manipulating, like functioning your human to feel the best. Why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? Because how hard is it to make a decision when you haven't slept? And how hard is it to show up? And how useless do you feel? And how much brain fog do you have? You're not going to be the best human that you can be and scale to 10K months if you're all foggy and you haven't slept and you haven't moved your body. So go and sleep. It's a non-negotiable. I don't want to hear anything about it. If you want to hear about my sleep schedule, currently it looks like 7:15, Tom and I look into each other's eyes and go, is it too early? Literally. 7:30, we go bedtime. We jump into bed and by 8 o'clock, we're pretty passed out. And then our alarm goes off at 4:20. Tom goes off at 4:24, and then we get up and we go to the gym every day, Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday if we're not dead, and we go and train for an hour. It looks like functional training, it looks like strength training, it looks like really fucking hard training, and we love it. And then we're surrounded with an incredible environment of other amazing humans who, that in itself is just going to boost the belief system in itself. Now, here's the difference. I go to bed at midnight, 11 p.m. I don't even remember the last time I was awake at midnight. Probably New Year's. I don't even, no, we weren't even up then. We were asleep. We heard the fireworks and we were like, Happy New Year. Literally. Go to sleep at 11 p.m. Alarm goes off and we snooze it 10 times. And then we get up and we're in a rush and we're late to work or to get up or to jump on a call. And then we go and grab Macca's for breakfast because it's convenient and it's easy and I haven't done the grocery shopping in a week. How are you going to show up then? How are you going to believe then? Just saying. It's a non-negotiable. You already know the thing. So go to sleep, put your phone down, get off TikTok. I know it's easy to get in a scroll hole. Get off TikTok, get off Instagram, stop watching Netflix, cut yourself off and go, I'm a big girl, I'm going to bed. Putting my big girl panties on, and I'm going to bed. That's what I want you to do. And then I want you to wake up and I want you to move your body. Move your body. Preferably to a point of discomfort, not pain. Don't go to pain. not a doctor, not a professional here. Don't come and sue me saying that I told you to go and do that. But to a point of, ooh, I'm uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, this hurts. This is hard. Oh my gosh, I have to hold the plank, or I have to do 300 cows on the echo, or I have to do 100,000 burpees. I don't know, whatever the thing is. I have to run further than I've ever run before. That kind of discomfort, brain, mind discomfort, where it's like, ooh, fuck. Reason why? You're going to build so much grit, so much courage, so much self-trust. And then guess what? You come into business and you've got a new level of grit and a new level of courage and a new level of self-trust. Because so many people think like, oh, I'm going to be one human over here, but then I'm going to be another human over here. You're the same human. You are the same human. So build the human and then go and just be an absolute beast in business. The last thing that I want to speak to is community, in terms of obviously nurturing and serving your current clients, your current community, and just connecting with them, like asking how they need support and opening up conversations and getting people in the DM so you can chat to them, and just treating your social media pages as if it is a 10 human, small, closed community. Like, treat it like that and you'll see such a shift in the way that you show up, because you're not trying to go viral or reach millions. You're speaking to your humans who want and choose to be there and want what you have to give them. So it means that selling's easier, content's easier, and you can just speak to them easier as well now that you know who your dream client is as well. So those are the things that I want you to look at. So belief, dream clients, messaging, selling 1 to 3 offers. It just depends on your offer suite. Cohesive content, sleep and movement, and community. And in terms of your offer suite, you could totally just have one offer that you're going ham on. Just keep in mind it needs to be able to scale to 10K. So you can even do the math where if you are selling something for $1, for example, you have to sell 10,000 of them. So keep that in mind. If you only have one offer, just think, okay, how many people would I need in this offer for it to be able to reach 10K? Another way to look at it is, am I going to be capped by what I'm offering? So if you only have one-to-ones right now and they're like $200 or whatever they are, think about how many one-to-ones you'd have to do to reach $10,000 within a month. Possible? Totally. Anything's possible. But do you want to do that? I don't know. Like, rethink it potentially. And if you need help with that, we get to set it up so that you can just make sales in your sleep. Everything can be on autopilot behind the scenes. You can just have clients moving in all the time. You can have pre-recorded stuff. You can have membership spaces. Like, there are so many things that you can do. So that's really exciting. Now, I have launched the Social Sales Mini Mind, which I'm very excited about. This is for you. This is for the online coach, the online service provider who is launching, selling digital products and offers, who wants to scale to 10K months, 20K months, 50K months. You can be well beyond that if you wish to as well. And we're going to be looking at a lot of the things that we've been speaking about on this episode. So if you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is so good, and I feel like I have a good starting point and a good list to look at, but I want to like flesh it out and map it out and just have the support there for me, my eyeballs, to be on your business, to be like, hey, why don't we try this? Here's a blind spot. This is how I would do this. Then come and join the Mini Mind. I'm going to leave the link in the show notes below, so go and have a look. There's only 6 spots available in total, so it is very limited. It is very limited, very intimate. I've kept it that way so that I can just be fully immersed in all of your businesses with a nice, beautiful, small group, which is really exciting. And I also have a whole bunch of bonuses that are on offer if you join before Monday, the 13th, 14th, next Monday. Today's the 7th, on Monday at 9 a.m. You have to join before then if you want all of the bonuses, but everything will be in the link below. Otherwise, just DM me on Instagram at _TheLilyHomes, because once you fill out an application, I'm going to DM you anyway, just so that we can chat and make sure that the space is the perfect fit for you, because I want to make sure that you get the absolute most out of it. And if not, I can direct you to the offer that you need at this moment in time. But I'm so excited to see you in there, and I'll chat to you in the next episode.